Buenos días, Adrián. Quiero preguntar, el partido anterior fue un poco caótico. ¿Cómo se han preparado esta semana ya pensando en las semifinales ante Portland?
Pues intentando recuperarnos, porque es verdad que fue un partido, sobre todo muy intenso, diría, ¿no? A nivel físico, evidentemente, pero también a nivel mental, emocional, con muchísimo desgaste y bueno, creo que hemos hecho un muy buen trabajo, sobre todo al principio de semana, en recuperar jugadoras y poquito a poco hemos ido mejorando. Y bueno, con muchas ganas otra vez de volver a jugar en casa, afrontando pues un partido tan importante como es una semifinal y bueno, creo que llegamos, la verdad, que muy bien preparados.
Sí, vimos hoy que Trinity Rodman y Deb Abidun y Terma Kyun estaban entrenando a la par con el grupo. ¿Cómo evalúas cómo vienen evaluando de las lesiones que vienen cargando para este partido?
Pues la verdad que muy bien también, positivo porque han estado trabajando muy duro todas a nivel individual. Creo que hemos hecho también un gran trabajo individualizando mucho los entrenamientos, ofreciendo lo que cada jugadora necesitaba en este momento y están en un muy buen momento. La verdad que bueno, creo que es positivo que vayamos, perdón, recuperando jugadoras. Tenemos que acabar de ver hoy cómo ha acabado el entreno, acabar de decir un poco la idea de mañana, pero están en muy buena disposición.
Gracias.
Melanie, Jose.
Kind of following up to that, can you be a little more specific if you know players will be available? Is it something you have to evaluate after this meeting or?
Yeah, not yet, sorry, because we always do our meeting, after lunch today, so we need to have a meeting with performance and medical. But the only thing that I can say is that yeah, we've been training obviously today with all players, and I think that's positive. We've been managing the loads a lot and trying to individualize all the trainings as better as possible, and the players have done a great job. So I think we're in a good spot, and we will have more players than last week.
Quick follow-up. I just wanted to ask about Trinity. I know last week she wasn't playing, but I just wanted to ask what value she brings to the team, even as, as a teammate, being on the bench and supporting the Washington Spirit.
Huge value because she's very, like powerful in terms of the energy that she brings, the connection with fans, with the teammates. She's a leader and she spreads that energy, and obviously we would like her to, to see her, sorry, playing on the field, but sometimes you cannot do that and you need to have another role, and she did an amazing job last week helping all the teammates before the game, during the game, and after. So yeah, so proud of her.
Jose.
Yeah, thank you for speaking with us. Two questions. First one, what were you trying to overemphasize this week in training that you saw against in the quarterfinal that you mentioned in the post game that you would have loved to have finished that game in 90? So what were other things that you saw post watching the film that you wanted the group to understand heading into this match?
Well, I think especially trying to have a little bit more control on the ball. I think we did an amazing job, especially first half. So try to, replicate that more minutes because I think we play a lot in the half because we were so close to each other. So not allowing those transitions and being a little bit more patient on the ball. So second half, I think we just started playing a little bit long so quick, and it was easier for them to defend, and also then that gave them the chance to be more transitional. So obviously last third tried to be a little bit more clinical in those last passes, those crosses, and those runs, especially in the box. But that's something that I'm not worried about because we've done that in the past, so we know how to do it. So sometimes it's just a matter of little details, but we are aware, and obviously I think we need to keep doing what we are doing.
And secondly, another sellout crowd expected, extra seats have been added. How have you and the rest of the team embraced just being in the moment and embracing the city, the DC city? You guys have been accepting of the free DC chants and been welcoming all types of gender, sex, creed to come into the building. How do you feel this team has embraced the city as a whole?
A lot, because I think that I've said that before. We are very diverse, and I think we represent also the city. I think this is a very diverse city, and and everyone is welcome, and we have a great connection with the fans. We've been building that the last 2 years. It's not just now a coincidence that we can see, those crowds at Audi Field. So we are very close. We appreciate our fans a lot, and we are very related also and close with the community. With a lot of events that we try to also participate. At the end of the game, obviously, we want to spend time with our fans. Signing with the family, kids, obviously with the different supporters that we have. We've been having communication and conversation with our supporters, also different groups, trying to find that identity also that we have as a team. So I think it's important to have that connection, and we can see, the power that we have when we play at home, and the connection that we are having. I think that's an extra push, and obviously we are so thankful for that. Okay.
So throughout the season, the biggest thing I wanted to ask you is what have you been able to learn about yourself as a person and throughout with the team? How have you been able to grow, advance, and not just as a collective, but just as a statement of being a part of DC? What has that been for you?
Wow, that's deep, huh? I like it. I think the biggest learning has been, it doesn't matter what happens. So, try to believe, try to, create that community that we are having here. The team culture, I think, is so powerful here. So we've been having maybe different adversities through the road, through the season, and a lot of games, a lot of troubles, a lot of fatigue, but feeling that you are part of something bigger, a family, a community, could be, the city, and that connection also with the fans, with players. So coming here every day, it makes everything easier. So I think that's been the biggest learning. So we can have a lot of different circumstances and sometimes things that you don't like, but feeling supported, by your people and surrounded by your people, I think that's very powerful. Thank you.
I think, I'll talk a little bit about finishing, games. What, from your perspective, is the key to finishing these games? Hopefully, perhaps in 95 minutes.
I don't know. I think it's, as I was saying, sometimes it's just a matter of details, timing, or maybe, I don't know, execution, and there are a lot of factors that can influence. But as I was saying, I don't think it's something that I'm worried about because we've done that in the past. We've done that before. So the good thing is that we are creating chances. We are, I think, very dangerous. We can attack in a different ways. We have plenty of players that also can score goals. We don't just rely on one player. And we are there. So I don't know. Some games we've scored like 4 goals, 3 goals, and sometimes I don't know why it's a little bit more difficult. But the good thing is that we are changing a little bit the way that this team was playing maybe in the last years. I think we've created a different identity, especially, on the ball, playing a little bit more possession-based style. We are now seeing the team more comfortable, so playing in the opponent half, creating different chances, in a different ways. It is a team also very aggressive defending, so we can defend at different heights. So I think that's something that represents us. Obviously, that we want to end the game sooner, please, because it's been kind of, difficult, but we know how difficult this league is, not just now in playoffs, but also during the season. There are a lot of goals in the last minutes, and the competition is so high. And when you are playing a playoff, so anything can happen, so you need to be aware. But I'm sure that players know, and sometimes it's a matter of details that the ball just goes in, and it's a completely different game.
As an aside a little bit, the Commanders are playing in Spain. I know you're not from Madrid per se,
No,
but is it kind of cool to see other teams that
That's
from this
great.
area to be playing in your home country?
That's great. That's great. Lovely. I love, when, we interchange, cultures and sports. So I'm very international. So I do believe that when you mix, cultures, countries, different ways to, in terms of sports, professional sport, I think is so something positive, and allows you, to to spread a little bit your, your identity, maybe in some places that people don't know you. So connecting that, with what we were talking before, I think we represent also that diversity, international, because we have players from all over the world. And that's something that maybe, we also have in DC. And I think that represents the club and the city very good.
Anything else in the room before we go to Zoom? Jose?
Adrian, if the Spirit make it to the championship match, you'd be the only team, professional sports team in this region to make it to the final. How does it feel that we mentioned how much you guys think you represent the city, but knowing that, how does it feel knowing that you guys are possibly on the top of the sports world here in this region if you guys make it to the final?
I didn't know that. It would be a huge privilege, to be honest. Something that we are grateful, and I think these athletes, deserve that because they've been working so hard, and obviously as a club, we know all the investment that there's behind with Michelle. So she wants to be the best team in the country and one of the best teams in the world. So her vision is so ambitious, and that's why we are working and every day and trying to put Washington Spirit in that spot nationally, but also internationally.
Nice.
All right, we'll go to Zoom. Jason, you can unmute.
There we go. Hi, Adrián. Thanks for speaking with us. Just to clarify, with Gabby and Tara, I know you have your meeting coming up about that. I just wanted to know, as of now, going into that meeting, there's at least a chance they can participate tomorrow?
You know the answer already.
Just had to check. I was thinking about the fact that you're playing Portland, and it has been about 3 months since you faced them. You faced them right before the summer break and then right after. What have you seen from them that has maybe changed in these last few months since you last played against them?
Well, I think obviously they are the same team, but I think the dynamic that they've been ending the season maybe in a really good spot. Obviously, I think mentally it is a team that is really good, prepared, with a lot of physicality. So obviously they've been, dealing with different scenarios during the season, but I think it's one of the best teams. And also, if you see their history, so I don't know how many championships they won, and they have that. They have that mindset to try to be, one of the best teams, really tough opponent. But I think one of our strengths is that we've been very consistent during the season, the regular season. So I think with Kansas, we've been probably the two teams that we've been always there. And that's something that I consider a strength because that prepares you to face these situations, I think, in a different way. So I think that they've been doing good, and also they are ending the season in a really good peak of performance. But also we are, so it's gonna be a tough game and against two really good teams.
I did also want to talk about your set piece success this season throughout the year. Just kind of a regular occurrence for this team to be scoring set piece goals, whether it's from corners or free kicks, even some throw-ins. In these matches where obviously it's a playoff, it's win or go home. How much time have you had to spend on that? How much time have you been able to invest in that this week, or has it been more focused on the open play portion of the game?
No, the same. We always prepare the weeks the same way. So we always have some time for the set pieces, analyzing the opponent, obviously, with all the assistants that we have. They are doing a great job analyzing what we can do. And then obviously with players, we always share the video and also we put in practice. So as a normal week.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Go to Damon.
Damon Brooks Jr., Monumental Sports Network. Coach, thank you so much for speaking with us. Coach, obviously Portland hasn't given up a goal in over a month. What have you seen on defense that has made them so formidable on defense?
Well, I think their physicality and also, again, I think it's a team with a lot of, with a good mentality, very competitive, and yeah, they are really tough defending. So I think it is a team that, especially when they play at home, it's not easy to score, to concede, sorry, goals. But yeah, I think it's as always, you never know. So maybe you are not conceding goals, but then in a playoff game, anything can happen. We were talking before about us that maybe last week we didn't finish the chances that we had, but maybe tomorrow is gonna be a completely different thing. So you never know.
Coach, Portland leads the league obviously in penalty kicks and penalty goals, but obviously you have a stellar goalkeeper in Aubrey Kingsbury. How much comfort does she give you when the game is coming down to that decisive period?
A lot, a lot. She's for me the best, and her preparation is amazing. There is a lot of work behind analyzing the opponents, and I think the confidence that she brings is amazing to all of us. So yeah, we trust her a lot, and also I think she already proved that is one of the best keepers in this country.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Does anyone have anything else? All right, thanks, Adrian.
Thank you.
We'll have
Thank
we'll
you.
have Kyle Hirschfeld in here in a minute.